Pop star Shakira is one step closer to facing trial in Spain for alleged tax fraud. A judge in Barcelona has ordered the case to move to trial. There's no start date for that trial, though. Spanish prosecutors say the Grammy-winning singer failed to pay upwards of $15 million in taxes between 2012 and 2014. Now, Shakira has denied the allegations. Prosecutors are seeking an 8-year prison sentence plus fines if she's convicted, of course. You got to go through the trial before we find out the sentencing.
Well, we've been hearing about the story for a while, but I still was a little unsure of like what is going on. So I looked at it, and Spain is saying that she lived in Spain for those 2 years, but didn't pay the taxes on that. But she's claiming that her primary residence was in the Bahamas. So she's saying they don't really have anything against her.
Yeah, it was something like 183 days that they say she was living in Spain when she was saying she wasn't. That'd be pretty hard to prove, wouldn't it? Like to have the receipts of what days was she here.
What day you were there. I mean, I guess she got like all the travel, maybe the travel logs if she was like going back to Spain to another event or something. I don't know.
8 years would be a lot for Shakira.
All right, actor Ryan Reynolds, he announced who will be acting in the new Deadpool movie. Take a look.
But we did have one idea. Hey, Hugh, you want to play Wolverine one more time?
Yeah, sure, Ryan.
Okay, so that's Ryan Reynolds who plays Deadpool. He made this announcement on Tuesday that Hugh Jackman will revive his role as Wolverine in Deadpool 3. This is the first time that Deadpool is going to appear in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, hence the collaboration. It's slated to premiere in September of 2024. He put this out because there's a recent like Comic-Con kind of thing, and there was no mention of Deadpool 3, and Ryan in this video was just like, I can't come up with any ideas. Here's one. Hugh Jackman.
So casually walks behind him.
Yeah, they have a little buddy sleepover.
This was not, I don't think it'd be an easy yes from Hugh Jackman. I was listening to a podcast he did many years ago with Oprah talking about the workout regimen it takes to get into Wolverine shape. And it's really severe, and it takes up a big chunk of his life and probably his sanity too. So I thought he would never actually go back to Wolverine, knowing how hard it is to be in shape for that role. So good for him.
I mean, if anybody can get it, it's Ryan, you know. But you know, they had killed off Wolverine, so we'll see how they bring it back.
Yep.
But it's so exciting.
Meanwhile, the world's first all-electric passenger plane made its first successful flight yesterday. The Israeli company Eviation owns the plane, which has battery technology similar to an electric car or your cell phone. With 30 minutes of charging, it can fly for an hour at 287 miles per hour. The company hopes to start selling them in 2027. This is like what I think of your car, Kristen. You can't go that far without having to stop for an hour and
recharge.
Like a half hour to fly an hour.
Hopefully it'll get there soon, but maybe for like the DC to New York. Right? Or those quick trips that you're putting a whole plane up there and dispensing.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I just think maybe our kids one day will be like, do you remember when you had this new technology that wouldn't let you go anywhere?
Well, what's interesting is you think about the airline industry, and while planes have evolved, there hasn't been a new technology really since like the 1950s.
Wow.
So, I mean, everything's heading towards electric, of course.
Which is great.
Yeah, you can't get very far for very long. A man in Kentucky broke a state record jumping out of a plane 100 times in just 12 hours.
It's ridiculous.
Mike Bratcher is a retired Air Force veteran and a skydiving instructor. He initially wanted to jump 60 times in one day for his 60th birthday. But when he found out the state record was 80 jumps in one day, he decided to go for 100 jumps. Why not? That's a lot of jumps.
He knew the man who did the 80 jumps and then said, you know, I'm not just going to tie you, I'm going to go on beyond. But it took a lot of people there because he had to go up every 7 minutes. He had to be making a jump and completing a jump within a 7-minute period. So people were gathering what he had just used, getting it ready for another jump. Meanwhile, he would jump into another suit and go on down.
That's crazy because you got the flight up there, you free fall for about 60 seconds, and then you kind of just take your time coming in. So
wow.
You can rest after that.
Yes.